Good morning, folks. How are we all today? It's Wednesday, the 6th of the 8th, 2025. And that means the other David will be joining us in a minute, right after we get the weather out the road. Okay. You can maybe just see Charlie Cap, wee whiskers and wee pink nose popping up in front of you. He's just had some food, so he's decided that he would like to get comfortable on my knee. As usual, we'll walk round about him, and as the show gets underway, he'll get out the road as he always does. Anyway, it's Indie Truck Davy out the truck, not home in his office in Salisbury, North Lanarkshire, where it is quite a nice morning. Partly sunny is what it says, but to be fair, it's going to be another day of sunshine and shivers. And the temperature is 16 degrees. The following count today is moderate. Main allergens is still grass. Okay. So, we'll get the other Davy in. We'll have a look to see who is in the chat. And then we'll get this underway.
Morning.
Morning. No, hi, David. We need to be honest. I forgot it was fucking Wednesday, didn't
I? You don't bring me chocolates, don't bring me flowers, and fucking drink the it really is. Hey, I was having a look at
chocolates and flowers. What's the chance of getting you fucking any?
Look at the newsstand, right? The one thing it's missing, and it's like something I used to enjoy immensely, was private eye. I reckon you should open it up and include private eye, because some of the stuff that's going at the moment is very, very good. It's always got the aspect, and it's a good way of taking it.
The private eye, David, I keep telling you, broadcast for yourself. It's no a newspaper. It's no being included in my show. How I do my show has been how I've been doing my show for 9 years, and it ain't going to change.
How you getting on? Find a clown that does juggling. Is that working out for you?
I wouldn't know for a clown that does juggling. Right, who's in? Hi, Marty Boyd. Hi, Davy Murdoch, Regan Elite, Desiree, Melanie, Audrey, that's the cat away, Stephen Kelly, James Conley. Let's scroll back a wee bit. We've got Rosalind, Carrigan.
Stephen, it's not 40 billion tax hikes. It's 40 billion black hole. Rachel Reeves. Accountant is trying to find.
Stuart Laird, Stephen Nichol. Jane McCoy, John Baxter, Scale Sutherland, Alan Duncan, Sandy McQueen. Thanks for the list, Regan Elite. Saves me running up the page. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Robert. Hi, George. Hi, Alan. John. Jane. Right. Good morning, Sir Larry the Cat. How are you? Hey, you're one of your neighbours that we're getting a mention later.
And I say, hi guys.
And as I say, folks, I don't know how this is going to go, because I didn't write this with David in mind this morning, because it was fucking stupid. I forgot it was Wednesday. All right, I write the show differently on Wednesday. I write it in such a way where I pose a question to him today with the headline is, even though he doesn't know what it means, but I haven't done that this morning, so we'll just go on with it. Okay.
He's just been boastful, because he wants to be able to ask me questions that I don't know the answer to.
Not at all. If I wanted to ask you questions you didn't know the answer, it'd just be another day.
Oh dear.
Right, first up this morning, folks, we'll get the Scotsman. Interesting headline today, David. SNP under fire over failure to cut exam attainment gap. Well, that's not true at all.
We'll definitely
into that.
Definitely not true.
Anyway, pass rates up on last year, but gap between richest and poorest persist. There's a reason why they use the word persist, David, and that's because the attainment gap is not widening.
Yeah, that's right.
It is narrowing very slightly at the moment. It was narrowed. It had been narrowed by 3.1% up until the pandemic had hit. So it was at 19.6% when the pandemic hit.
I think the Scotsman, it's only got a readership of some 7,000 at the moment, right? Should be forced to juxtapose this with English education. And
Yeah,
actually go then.
I'll dare up for you when we get to the next rag, David, because as I said, I didn't write this with you in mind. Anyway, but the attainment gap, folks, is going back into reverse. But you've got to remember the SNP are fighting that attainment gap, which is caused by poverty. And at the moment, Westminster's in the business of driving people into poverty. 250,000 children in the first year of them being in office were driven into poverty by maintaining the two-child cap. So we're actually fighting fire with fire here in Scotland, but it's not going so well in England. Okay, but we'll bring that up in the next headline. We'll take that rag down. Find it, get rid of it. Mental. That's it. And next up, we should have the Express, David. And this is we're going to compare figures. Former First Minister Nicola Sturgeon's infamous promise lies in tatters. Exam results show SNP still fail poorer pupils. That's not what it shows at all. There may be poorer pupils heading for a positive outcome. But what do you make of that, David?
Well, the Daily Express are a right-wing rag. And of course, they hate anything to do with the SNP. And especially, they love to still keep on shooting someone that's left the position long ago, which is Nicola Sturgeon, right? And as far as that's concerned, it's like I would look at the Scottish Daily Express. No, it's not the Scottish Daily, it's the Daily Express. And I would go, they would say that, wouldn't they? Some of that. Nicola Sturgeon stood at the dispatch box and basically she said, education is the most important thing that I'll deal with, and I'll live and die based on that. Some of that.
Well,
so it's a bit like saying that this is not once in a generation. Yeah. So we'll keep on doing that. So fuck them.
Right. Now can you let me get into the meat and bones of this till we move on?
Right, carry on.
Thank you. Nicola Sturgeon did not promise to eradicate the attainment gap.
But what she said was, education is the most important thing I do, and I'll live and die based on that. That's what she said.
And our education record was brilliant. It's just pointed out until the pandemic, she closed the attainment gap by 3.1%.
Yep.
The pandemic set it back. It is now at 20.2% here in Scotland, so it's went up by 0.3% since the pandemic.
And what's the set up in England?
Where it was at 19.6. Whereas in England at this point in time, it is at 25%.
Yeah.
For numeracy and literacy and the standard 2, they call it. That's what we call primary education up here. And for us at primary education, it's 20.2% for numeracy and 17.6% for literacy. For them, it's 25% based down that road. For level 4, they call it down that road, and what we call national 5s and ups up here. The gap here is at 22.7. The gap down there is at 25.9.
Yeah.
Okay, so the difference is, even though Westminster's in the business of driving people into poverty, we're still in the business of trying to lift people out of poverty, so the attainment gap here is obviously less.
Right, can I ask a question?
Quick one, right?
Right. How do they work out the break point between those that have and those that have not? Is there, you earn 25, you're on 25k, you're below that, your kids are in the lower end. What's the break point?
No, I never looked up. You look up.
I think we should. Yeah.
Well, bear it in mind for tomorrow. Look it up and tell me tomorrow when we go live. Okay.
Right.
Get your pen and paper out and get it wrote down.
Or better still, you do it, because your blooming story.
It's not my fucking story. It's the Express's story. What's interesting though is this imperial rag is screaming at us for the attainment gap levels. Well, it's imperial fucking master. It's doing a worse job. mental. Could they make it up? They shut up and put the next paper up.
Let's replace it.
Put the next paper up.
Let's replace it with public eye. Something like that. Private eye. No, public eye. Private eye.
Private eye. Tell you, if you want to do a program of private eye, date your bloody self. Next up, we'll get Daily Field.
Very good, John. Glad to hear that.
Right. Next up, we'll get Daily Field. Just 24 hours after Forbes quits, ex-MP eyes up her Holyrood seat. SNP and chaos as Blackford set for comeback.
Blackford was a Tory under the skin anyway. So as far as I'm concerned, come back. Nah.
Well, let me fix that headline for this fucking rag shower. For a start, MPs don't quit, they stand down. Or MSPs and MPs don't quit, they stand down.
Yeah.
Unless they're forced to quit. You know, resigning. But she's no resigning. She's standing down the next election. So let's fix that fucking headline, shall we? To something that's more like the truth. Just 24 hours after Forbes announces intention to stand down, SNP big hitter announces he is being encouraged to throw his hat in the ring. Westminster shits itself as they thought they'd seen the back of him. Simple as that. That's what that headline's all about. Their fear that a big hitter like Blackford makes it into Holyrood because he carries a lot of knowledge for a lot of years in the Parliament down the road into the Parliament in Holyrood if he gets there. But the interesting thing is that last sentence there, if he gets there, because he might be being encouraged to throw his hat in the ring, but the branch will decide.
That's right. That's how the SNP
works.
It works. That's it. Simple as that.
Right.
I decide. I'm the one that makes the decision. Not you.
So right after the nonsense in the Vale, we'll have the Herald, and it's got the fucking idiot award of the day, if I can find it. Hey, you wee shite. Metro, the Guardian. It would appear I don't have the Herald. Give me a minute, I'll go and grab it. Here we go. You see, this one's the best headline of the day, David. It's the idiot headline of the day. So here we go. Ministers snub talks that aim to pause green energy push. Government will not attend Highland Community Council Renewables Convention.
Well, for a start, it's a blooming council.
No, it's not even a council, it's a community council.
Community council, yeah, that's stupid.
That's why it's the funniest fucking headline of the day. I was on my community council for a while.
Yeah.
And you could not get a councillor for a local authority come along, never mind a government fucking official. You're a community council. You're there to talk about picking litter up around your community, for Christ's sake. Knocked Charlie's off, he didn't like the rant. Ah, dear. But a community council. So that's the big story, folks. The government won't attend your local community council, for fuck's sake. And that's why the Herald gets the award of the stupidest fucking headline of the day. Pardon my French. But I get really annoyed at this stuff. A bad news story. The government won't attend a community council. Wow, they'll barely attend a local authority bloody meeting, never mind a community council. It's not even a level of government. Jesus Christ.
I don't consider councils to be a level of government, but there you go.
Well, next up, you've got the Rancid. And it's on a royal and child sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein story. And the headline is, image shows access given to Perv Epstein, the Queen and the Royal Box. Prince Andrew pictured with pedo and Madam Maxwell. as Her Majesty enjoys ascot. So Epstein and Maxwell were in the royal box with the Queen.
Well, in the box with Andrew, something like that. That's probably who invited them. Something like that. Hey, Mumsy, can I ask my friends to come? Yes, you can, Andrew. You're my favourite. Right, there you go. That's that.
I think she didn't know what was going with all that intelligence she has fed you.
Oh, she knew. Of course she did.
Right then. Anyway, the scum's on a crime story and all. It's on a crime syndicate, just like the Royals, actually. Anyway, it says, Turf Wars tie-up. Hood McGill, backed by Kingpin. Jailed Stevenson, pulling strings. Miami Ice. Would you like me to translate that for you, David?
Yeah, I think you need to. Yeah.
Okay, let me translate that for everybody. Because it took a bit of finding out what that nonsense is about. You know what the nonsense is about? Let me translate that. Criminal runs crime syndicate from inside prison. That's the fucking story. Why not just put that as a headline? So the story is that this crook Stevenson's been blessed by this Kingpin McGill to run his criminal syndicate from inside Her Majesty's prison. You couldn't make that up, could you? Brilliant. Anyway, next up we've got the red and blue Tory graph. Let's see if we can find the bloody thing. That would be the Guardian, wouldn't it? That's Tory graph. Reeves told to raise taxes now to fix 50 billion black hole.
Well, it depends where you're listening. Other people like LBC I listened to this morning, that was 40 billion. You know, and it's a notional number. It's still, believe it or not, I still believe it includes the initial 22 billion that was totally fictitious when Labour.
Initially told 22 billion, and it was fictitious. The OBR looked at it, and the borrowing rate was about 9 billion more than what was necessary the year before. So it was a 9 billion black hole.
Yeah.
But now we're being told by this rag it's 50 billion, by LBC, BBC, and a few other outlets that it's 40 billion. But I have to say, when you get right down to it, not great after imposing more austerity in a year in office.
The thing is, though, what it's there to do is to keep people frightened and realise they need to do something really, really hard. We need, as Labour, we need to do something really hard about this, right?
No, actually, David, what did Rachel Reeves and Starmer say in response to this headline? Or this think tank's thinking?
Let's see. Tax the poor. Oh no, we've taxed them enough. Who's next to the poor? Middle class. Let's tax the middle really hard.
No, let the stupid bastards continue to date.
Taxing the rich. Oh no, we can't do that.
Actually, what the stupid buggers keep saying is we're getting growth. The best way is to grow the economy. It would appear they're hiding the data for Rachel from accounts. I see
they're not hiding the data. She reads it, but it's not doing any good. She's told to do a particular thing, and that's it.
I'm telling you, they must be hiding the data for her to keep her from crying in the Commons again, because she's talking about growth when the figures show that the economy is in decline. It's been in terminal decline since the Brexit vote in 2016. It became worse in 2019 when Bojo the Clown came on board, and in 2021 when we actually left, the rapid descent into decline accelerated. But when you think about it, it's been in decline, a slow decline, since neoliberalism was introduced by Reagan and Thatcher. So, exasperated by leaving the EU, of course. Welcome to the Brexit, folks.
And then Thatcher sold everything.
Yeah, well, between her and the last Tory party sold everything. But the truth is, Rachel's in denial, Labour are in denial. They keep talking they're going to grow their way out of this black fucking hole when the figures show we're in terminal decline. We've cut ourselves off with all the world markets. America's ripping the piss. And this economy's gone nowhere fast. Rachel, are you trying yet?
The solution for America and the UK seems to be America wants to start a war with Russia and the UK just want to start a war. End story.
Tease up with someone getting personal about my massive black hole. Aye, Rachel. Right, next up we'll get to national. Let's get rid of this rag. Truth is, folks, of course, as David said, the middle's about to get squeezed again.
Ah.
Simple as that.
Oh, matron. Yes.
Right, next up in national. It's got a couple of headlines on it. Swinney says SNP members' rival independence plan won't work. Well, what do you think of that?
It's an opinion. He's entitled to it. Simple as that.
The other thing is, in this particular occasion, he's right, but we'll let the members decide. That's what we do.
He's right from the point of view of that Westminster won't see or won't agree to anything that's made up of several parties. Doesn't matter whether they agree with independence or not. It has to be the SNP or none. Are we playing by Westminster rules or are we playing by Scotland's rules? I think we need to get that.
That's the thing the members will decide, because basically these motions will move vote conference.
That's right.
Okay. Hoyle urged to release blocked Israel emails.
Don't know about that one.
Well, I'm going to enlighten you, David. All right.
And then
go back to when the Labour Party scuppered the SNP motion in recognising Palestine in Parliament and the Israeli atrocities. When Lindsay Hoyle set aside standing orders to allow Labour to make an amendment to that motion before the motion was read. Right. Now, you go back to that and link to these emails, it's believed that he was pressurised by the Israel lobby and that Starmer was pressurised by the Israel lobby. Starmer's a Zionist, and guess what his dad did? Doug Hoy. In 1957, he set up the lobby group, the Labour's Friends of Israel. In 1992 to 1997, while he was the parliamentary Labour Party chairman, he gave Israel unlimited access to the Labour Party.
Right. Is it against the law to be Labour Friends of Israel, to be part of it, right? No, it's not. However, it is against the law to not recognise genocide because of an international standard that goes with all countries that says they have to react to a genocide taking place. End of.
I'll remember this the other day. I remembered it yesterday. Okay. Anyway, we've not got that much further to go, right? But the truth is, his father set up Labour Friends for Israel. He's a Zionist. Starmer's a Zionist. And he won't release the correspondence because he doesn't have to. He's the only one that doesn't have to release anything if he says no, even though he's the gatekeeper. Apparently, he's above the law. So no FOI request or anything will be granted by him.
End of the day, he's playing within his set of rules, right? You want to change those rules? People of England, not people of Scotland, people of England, rise up, take them off. Some of that.
No, as I say, the point is, it's believed that in the correspondence it will show that Israel influenced him and Starmer to scupper that motion.
Yeah. There you go.
Thanks very much.
Hey,
I'm glad we're one of the 43 rebels. At least it would be seen as real action rather than JS, no change nonsense. Graham,
you're not a rebel. You're not a rebel. You're a Democrat.
Where the fuck did this we'll explain this, Graham. You're definitely not a rebel. And the 43 branches, or what we call associated branches, are entitled to put a motion forward to the conference. Are you right? No. But as you say, it's some sort of action you're looking for. Because we already know, Graham, we already know that they don't recognise a pro-independence parliament. We know that because we've had two.
Graham, as far as I'm concerned, you could be right, you could be wrong. David reckons that you are wrong, but we'll see, won't we?
David, we'll let the members decide. That's what conference is.
Of course it is.
Of course it is.
And I'll send you across my dirtiest hat that I've kept in the back of the shed in the more Jurassic regions.
Right,
so and I'll put some all on it, fucking eat it.
Isn't there a Two Davies show? We're on the time on it here. And the bottom one, exam results joy, record numbers of young Scots off to university. And guess what, England? There's no paying tuition fees.
Correct.
We have 5 minutes to run through three or four papers here.
Well, hurry up, mate.
Now,
Babble with it too much. Honestly, get on with it.
Right, now next up we have the Guardian. Let's see what that.
You can leave it at the start. That'd be a good one, you know.
But you know what? I'm going to ditch this rag. I'm not going to involve it in my reports.
Yeah, Guardian's pretty good, actually.
The Guardian's a piece of junk written by fucking lunatics.
Guardian's good. Guardian's all right.
Anyway, the Guardian, from above, Gaza's like an aftermath of war dogs.
I know. I actually saw a video that and they showed you different areas where like, there's a hospital, there's a primary school. It's fucking ridiculous. It really is, honestly.
But I'm glad you're taking part in part of democracy, Graham. I'm very pleased about that. Right, next up we get Metro. US Coast Guard officials damning report toxic culture led to Titan disaster.
Well, there you go.
It was a submarine that unfortunately didn't come back up.
Yeah, it went up. That was that. Some was that. And you got to look at it as a piece of technology. Technology breaks down from time to time. That's the end of the story.
That wasn't it. They put it down to bad practices for the company and a culture of bullying, apparently. Right, last up, we're going to make the other quote deadline. So let me shut my book here. So the papers today, our little darlings are doing better. So they have a go at other areas. What else did we have? Oh, aye. Rachel for accounts need to put taxes up. What a surprise. And Gaza's a fucking war zone. They're a surprise and all. Right. Last up, the Star. Let's see what the Stars go for us today, shall we? We don't want to upset Leipzig. Parrot dealer slang up before the beat. Pet grasses on gang in bid.
That's not funny.
Fucking is funny. These arseholes made an advert with his pet parrot saying two for 25, right? Two for 25, and of course the video was put out there. The cops picked up and went and lifted the gang. Between them, they got 108 years in jail because the parrot's advert let the cops know who the dealer was that was giving out 2 bags of crack for 25 quid. There you go. It's not just funny, it's hilarious.
David, come on, get real. It's not news.
David, this is my fucking show. I'll do it the way I do it. You don't like it, don't go back on.
Get Private Eye. Seriously.
No, it is not a newspaper. It is a magazine. You want to do Private Eye, do your own fucking show.
It's better than the Star.
And if you want to tell me how to do my show, it ain't going to happen. Simple as that. Okie dokie.
I could call you an opinionated bastard, but you're not. I know you're not. Right? So
David, I've been doing this show this way successfully for a number of years. When I think it's ready to be changed, I'll change it.
I know.
All right. And that includes the cat, the naughty step, the candle, and all these gifts that have been given to me by my audience. They're Austin. Simple as that.
Alistair's chaos's green smiling face. Strange.
Right. Thanks very much, folks. David, thanks very much for being such a cantankerous argument of all getting this morning. It always adds a bit of spice to the morning.
That's what you get for forgetting me. You forgot me this morning, and I really do excited for that.
I've got a cranky show today, I go Mace there.
Note, he writes the show. Me, I can't write because I've got no fine motor skills. So therefore, I have to do everything from up there. Simple as that. So his is put on, mine's is real, guys. There you go.
That's why he's doing the rabbit hole and mine is actually factual. Some are doing my goodness. I'll take your advice on that one, Leaps, you know, right?
That fiver will be on its way to you, don't worry.
Right, David, we're back to more after none. There's quite a load a few things we will definitely need to cover. Gaza's going to be one of them, obviously.
I'll get back to my private eye.
You get back your private eye. In fact, going to send me a link. Well, yeah, I like Ian. His little. I also like private eye. I used to pick it up round the corner, but you've got to order it in. You know, you used to be able to go to news agents and pick it up, but you can't do that.
You've got to look at it, and it's very, very. Some of the humour's really dry.
Aye.
Really.
Some of the articles are brilliant, David.
Yeah.
Right, folks, 11 o'clock. That means we get out of here. Thanks, mods. Thanks, people, for your kind contributions today. I hope you enjoyed the arguments. I know David and I did.